Hello.
Hi, so what's happening with this case?
All right, Judge. So we have a recent burglary of a building case that's been indicted. This is our first setting. So I got here this morning and find out that the defendant was arrested on a robbery case on March 20th. So he's remanded on the burglary case. On the robbery case, he's got a $40,000 bond. However, after talking with him, I feel like I might have to ask for an evaluation.
Okay.
Okay. Plus, we don't have anything.
What about the rehab? Can you let him know maybe about
Yeah,
rehab?
well, he was at Lifetime Recoveries and
And Haven.
there was a violation because he was at Lifetime. He said he got bullied and left, and he was supposed to be at Haven. He left there. So he wants you to let him go back.
No, he didn't. The reason why you have a warrant on this case is because you didn't show up for court.
Yeah, I
And
understand.
you were a no-show as of 10 a.m. So that's why,
10 a.m. when?
March 13th.
I understand that. Well, I didn't understand that. So I understand that I didn't understand, but I was gonna see. So I'll have to come back next time for court to see what's gonna happen, or can I?
No, what's going to end up happening is you're going to remain in custody. If your client wants, if your attorney wants you to have a bond on this case, he'll need to file a motion and the court will hear it. But he's going to file an evaluation.
What's the evaluation like?
All right. It's a mental health evaluation. Have you ever been diagnosed with any mental health issues?
Schizophrenic, yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Bipolar, and then I mean, right now things are getting tight and like because of the drugs. But I told myself I'm gonna stay off drugs and stuff. So
All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to reset you.
okay,
And then we're going to reset you for April 30th.
it is.
Your attorney is going to file a motion to have you evaluated.
All
And
right.
counsel, he may be a person that should potentially, if they have room, be in the mental health court. If it's true that he previously has a diagnosis of schizophrenia, then that may be something that you all want to consider.
Yeah, I'll check into that, Judge.
All right, so this is going to be recalled for April 30th. And if your attorney wants you brought over sooner, he can have you brought over sooner. And Norma, he's going to need to be referred to mental health court.
Who is this?
It's Jason Allen Montez. And counsel, you'll file the motion for evaluation?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
All right,
You have any
so
questions about anything?
I was gonna ask for rehab, but I mean if I don't make it back, I'll probably have a different court. I mean it'll be this court right next time.
Yes, you'll be brought back to this court, but if there are any issues at the jail or something is happening, let your attorney know and he'll let me know and I'll have you brought over, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, do you have any questions about anything else?
Would I be able to get rehab maybe next time?
We're not at that far along in the process yet.
Okay.
So let's just see. The first thing I want you to have an evaluation and we're going to see if you're going to be accepted in the mental health court. Okay. So
Okay.
those are our steps.
Thank you.
And in the meantime, don't get any more facial tattoos. Okay.
I'm not.
All right.
Can I be excused here?
Yes.
Thank you.
Defense.
I'm Al Dapper for Mason Malone. Ready?
And are you Miss Malone?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you understand you're charged with cruelty to non-livestock, torture, etc.? And that is a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Malone, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison, and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
That is the plea agreement, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor, I offer State's Exhibit 1 in the attachments.
Any objection? Any objection?
No objection.
Going to show you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports?
Yes,
But
Your Honor.
most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. If I could just state one thing on the record. Your
Yes.
Honor. There were some mental health concerns, but we did have her referred to Carruthers. She was examined for competency and sanity, and both of those have been resolved.
All right. So she was deemed to be competent.
Yes, she does have some severe mental health issues, but she is competent and she was sane at the time of the offense.
All right. So why are you strangling a 2-month-old cat?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No, I mean, I know you're sorry. You're saying you're sorry you did it. I'm asking why. Why would you do that?
I was under the influence of drugs.
But you were eating at Sonic when this happened?
Yes, ma'am.
What drugs are you saying you were under the influence of?
Methamphetamine.
Okay, so why did the meth make you strangle a cat?
I'm not sure, ma'am. I also have mental health issues.
And what's the mental health issues?
Bipolar.
All right, so again, we're back to the point. So I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, you were not on your medications?
No, ma'am.
All right, so you take meth. So how does that translate into strangling a cat?
Your Honor, there's no good explanation for strangling a cat.
Well, no, I mean, here's the thing. Sometimes you're on drugs and you do certain things. So I'm just trying to figure out if meth caused her to strangle a cat, or is there something else going on?
According to the diagnosis from the psychologist, there was also some issues with bipolar disorder. When you mix being bipolar with meth and homelessness, it's all just a bad combination. I've asked her what her plans for the future will be. She's indicated she wants to work as a waitress. She eventually, once she's done with prison time, will live with her mother. She wants to avoid the bad people and the bad situations that she was involved with.
Okay, so how does taking meth, being bipolar equal to strangling the cat?
As we said earlier, there's no excuse.
Well, no, I'm asking her.
Sure.
Like, what was your thought process? Because what I'm reading is there were 2 tabby cats running around. And so what go from 2 tabby cats running around enjoying themselves to double knotting a rope around one tabby's neck?
I don't have an excuse, Your Honor.
Well, I mean, I know you don't have an excuse, but I'm trying to figure out what was your thought process?
I'm not sure what my thought process was at the time.
Well, I mean, did you have a rope on you and go get a rope, or how did that work out?
I don't remember because I was on drugs.
All right. Anything else? All right, I'm going to sentence you to 4 years in prison. You credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with any animals or children. Well, I should say, or minors. So you're not to have any contact with minors or children. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Or animals.
Yes, Your Honor.
So what that means is if you decide to give birth and have a child, Child Protective Services, if they're doing their job, they're supposed to come in and remove that child. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and just one moment. All right, who is the man you were with at the drive-in?
Uh,
All right, and there should be no contact with. All right, that's all.
That's it, Judge. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.